I've been wanting to talk about these guys for a long time. And on my old channel, I had made one video about Hasan Piker talking about how stupid he was. I never talked about Destiny in terms of a whole video because he's such a piece of shit that I didn't want to waste a video talking about him. But here I am, right? And in this video, I'm going to talk about Destiny. I'm going to talk about Hasan Piker. I'm going to talk about Ilhan Omar. I'm going to talk about AOC, and I'm going to talk about the Young Turks. And I'm focusing on these people because you guys need to understand this is the root of all evil. These politics, this rhetoric, these headlines that these people like to create, these stories, this made up bullshit about Nazis and who's a Nazi and whose words are violence and all this bullshit that these people create when they're actually causing real violence and death. But they want to talk about words of violence when people are just trying to come to the table with them and get to a common ground. They're calling that violence. But when they shoot somebody in the neck and kill them, that's okay. They throw a party for that. But when somebody's trying to break bread with them and help them to understand the error of their ways, that's violence. We can't do that. And the reason why that happens is because of these kind of motherfuckers right here. This Destiny piece of shit and this Hasan piece of shit. I was going to show you guys clips of these people. I'm not going to show you clips of them because I couldn't find anything good enough to make my points. But I have enough things that I can say about them that I don't need to show you clips. But I will be showing you guys a clip of Ilhan Omar because I need to show you guys that one. But before I get to that, let's talk about these two dumb retards on the screen. Let's start with Destiny. There's so much shit I could say about Destiny, and I don't even know how much I can say without getting removed from YouTube, but I'm going to try my best. And if I do get removed from YouTube, fuck YouTube. Because this whole thing happened over free speech anyway, right? So fuck YouTube for having the rules that they have about free speech and not letting people say what the fuck they want to say. That's the whole reason why all this shit happened. That's why Charlie Kirk is dead. Because of all this bullshit nonsense where people are offended by words and you can't say what the fuck you want to say. Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want to say. How you deal with that and what you do with that, that's what makes you who you are. And I'm not going to deny that certain words can incite violence, but they're not violence themselves. That's why you have to be a better person and not react violently when someone says something that you don't like. You know what I do when somebody says something I don't like? I don't fucking attack them. I don't try to hurt them or shoot them or kill them or beat them up or anything like that. I attack them with my words and I show them how stupid they are. And I always win the argument. But that's why I don't need violence. Because I know that anytime anybody wants to debate me or have an argument with me, I'm always going to win. I'm that confident. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm the real truth. So I'm not worried about, I don't need violence to win an argument. But that's what happens with these people is, and let me say it in an even better way. If I do so happen to lose an argument, which never really happens, but let's just say somebody, by the miracle of God, beats me in an argument. Then they beat me. They're better than me. They're smarter than me. And a slight reason for me having this channel, a very small reason, is to see if there are actual people out there that can introduce me to new ideas and ways of viewing the world that I haven't heard of before or haven't seen. Maybe someone can teach me something. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sadly, that has never happened. I have never met anyone on the internet that has taught me anything. Have people showed me information that I wasn't aware of? Yeah, that's different. But I'm talking about actually teaching me something and changing me and making me a better person and showing me the way. That has never happened. And it never will happen because I know what I need to know already. No one's going to teach me shit. I'm here to teach people. I'm not here to learn from people. But that being said, even if that happened and somebody did teach me something or had a better point of view or whatever, I wouldn't feel compelled to be violent and try to kill that person because I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in killing. I don't believe in death. I think it's what's the point of life if you're going to do that? The point of life is to live. That's why we're all here. To live, not to die. No one's supposed to die. I'm hearing these fucking religious dumb fucks talking about, Charlie, he's with God now. God called him up. But this assassin killed him. Oh my God, how could he do that? So wait, hold on. Did God call Charlie up to heaven? Because these people are saying, oh, it was Charlie's time to go. He's with God now. So did God call him up, or did a demon kill him? Which one was it? Or was it both? Did God send a demon to kill him? Oh, you don't want to talk about that, do we? We don't want to make that connection. But the point I'm trying to make is these dumb fucks talk about life and death, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Nobody's supposed to die. Earth is one of the few planets in the universe that death is accepted as a normal thing. This isn't normal. It's not supposed to happen. This is a hellish... We're living in hell. This is a hellish planet. I don't want to hear, could it get worse? What do you think is happening? It's getting worse every fucking day. So I don't want to hear this bullshit about, oh, it could be worse. It is. That's what's happening. Things are getting worse every day. They're not getting better. So I don't want to hear this nonsense. We're living in hell. All right? Wake the fuck up. Now you want to get out of hell? You want to fix this shit? Well, we got to see what the truth is. So back to these two dumb fucks. Destiny. You should never, ever take advice or listen to a man that takes a dick up his ass. Because he's not a real fucking man. That's what Destiny is. He's gay. Or bisexual, whatever the fuck he is. Any man that takes a dick in his ass is not a real fucking man. Don't ever listen to that piece of shit. He's confused. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants. He doesn't even know what sexual preference he's supposed to be having. He thinks he can just fuck whoever. That's the way. No, that's not the way it was made. That's not the way it was created. It's not natural. It's not normal. That's why I'm against LGBTQ. Because it's not normal. And I don't need anyone to tell me that. I can see it with my fucking eyes. I don't need God. I don't need religion. I don't need school. I don't need anyone to tell me anything when it comes to that. A dick goes in a pussy. And if I'm getting too graphic for you guys and you can't handle it, go watch Barney or Sesame Street or something, because this ain't for you. But a dick and a pussy go together. That's it. There's no anal shit. There's no fucking a dude in the ass. An asshole is for shit. You shit out your ass. You don't fuck somebody in the ass. People act like they're in prison. That's what prisoners do. They go in there straight. They come out gay because they want to have sex and they can't fuck anybody. And I know because I used to work in a prison. I saw the shit myself. It's fucking gay and it's disgusting. All right? You're not supposed to do that. Period. Two pussies don't go together. Two dicks don't go together. You're not supposed to be transsexual. You're not supposed to change your gender. But anyways, let's go to Destiny, okay? This man takes it up the ass. You can't take this motherfucker serious. That's number one. Number two, I've never heard this piece of shit ever say, and this is why I never made a video about him, because he's never ever said anything that I ever found to be intelligent. Ever. Anytime I've ever seen this guy talk, anything he's ever said, anytime I've watched him, I'm like, this motherfucker is the most evil, ignorant, not ignorant actually, but ignorant in the manner in which he tries to convince people that what he's saying is the truth. And he thinks he's actually going to do it. And I actually think he's that evil that he knows he's not going to convince people that his way is the right way, but he tries to do it anyway. I've never heard him say anything good, anything right. But he is extremely intelligent. And he uses that intellect in the most evil of ways to try to convince people of evil things. That's all this motherfucker's about. And like I told you guys in my last video, when I hear somebody that's evil and saying evil shit or stupid shit, it's in one ear and not the other. It doesn't stay with me. It doesn't register. That's why I can't even remember anything this motherfucker. I remember some things he said. Like when he was laughing about, or he made some comment about the children that died in Texas in the flood, the little girls. He didn't give a fuck about that. The man doesn't care about anyone dying or any life or anything. He has no remorse about anything or anyone. Because again, he's not a real man and he takes it up the ass. So you ain't supposed to take this piece of shit serious. Then he just made a comment, which I was trying to find because I wanted to show you guys, but I couldn't find it. He made a comment about Gavin Newsom being a cuck or some shit, where Gavin Newsom was apologizing or feeling sorry about what happened to Charlie Kirk, because Gavin Newsom, who's a piece of shit himself, he did an interview with Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk is that kind of person that he would go and interview somebody like Gavin Newsom and try to come to some common ground with him. And so Gavin Newsom knew Charlie personally, and he felt bad about his death, so he put out a statement, right? How are you less humane than someone like Gavin Newsom, Destiny? Can you explain that to me? Gavin Newsom is setting his state on fire. He has a hellish state. His state is a debacle, is a mess. California is a shithole. And yet, that man is more humane than you? So what does that say about you? What kind of person are you? You're the ultimate fucking demon. You're the ultimate fucking devil. And he talks all fast and he tries to bring up all these facts about politics, like, in 1998, somebody did this, in 2005, blah, 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 all the statistics. Blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Everything you say is bullshit. It's shit coming out of your mouth because it got pushed so far up your ass from you getting fucked all the time by a dude. It means nothing. But you sound smart to stupid people. But to me, you sound like a fucking retard. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You have no morals. You have no standing on any righteousness. And this is how you need to treat these people. Because if you don't, they're going to crush you. They're going to walk all over you. So he was calling Gavin Newsom a cuck or something like that. He was saying, oh, how can all you people on the left that are backtracking now because of Charlie Kirk's death, blah, blah, blah. He was saying some shit. Basically, he was trying to imply that the left shouldn't back down and should entrench themselves more into their beliefs and be more leftist after Charlie Kirk's death and not back down and not be afraid of the right. So he's trying to galvanize the people that are demons. That's why I say he's the ultimate demon. He's the ultimate devil. Because he's trying to incite those same people that believe that Charlie Kirk should have been killed. He's trying to incite more of that shit. I have, again, people like that, like Destiny, his ideals lead to death and to the end of society. That's all his shit leads to. There's nothing good coming out of Destiny. I'm not even going to make another sex joke, but there's nothing good coming out of Destiny. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. You should never believe anything this motherfucker says. I don't know how people like Tim Pool can say with a straight face, oh, I respect Destiny. That's what Tim Pool said. Or Asmongold. Oh, I Destiny, I don't have a problem with this. I have a big fucking problem with Destiny. And if you ever have showed Destiny any type of remorse or respect, or decency, or thought this guy was legit in any sort of way, I have a problem with you too. That's how I feel about it. But enough about Destiny. I could talk about Destiny for eternity, and anything I would say about him is negative. I got nothing good to say to this piece of shit. But I will say the last thing I'll say about Destiny is if something happened to that dude, I hope and pray that everybody has the same reaction that he had to those little girls that died in the flood. Go look it up and go find it. He was fine with that. He was all good with little girls dying in the flood. I hope people have the same reaction if something happens to him. Laugh at this piece of shit, mock his ass, and say, this piece of shit is dead. That's how I feel about Destiny. All right, so now let's go to Hasan. Hasan, as soon as I was actually watching Hasan's stream, because he was supposed to debate Charlie Kirk in a couple of weeks. And he's they're on opposite sides. Him and Charlie Kirk are basically two opposites, as opposite as you can be from each other, on their views, on their way of being, everything. You can't have damn near two more opposite people than Charlie Kirk and Hasan. And Hasan is another piece of shit that likes to incite rhetoric against people. He's actually promoted a lot of violence on Twitch. And Twitch does nothing to ban him. But if you call somebody fat on Twitch, they'll ban you. If you call one of the people that they like on Twitch fat, they'll ban you from that platform. But this motherfucker was literally calling for violence and platforming terrorists, and Twitch does nothing. They leave this piece of shit up there to keep doing the shit that he's doing, which is spreading hate and support for terrorists. That's all this piece of shit does. And then as soon as he saw what happened with Charlie Kirk, he realized that it could happen to his ass. And he was like, oh shit. Now I could get killed just like he got killed. What if instead of 2 weeks from now, they would have debated on the same day that Charlie Kirk got killed? And then instead of Charlie Kirk getting killed, it would have been Hasan. But see, that's not going to happen because the right people, the people on the right wing, as they like to call it, they don't do that kind of shit. That only the leftists do that kind of shit. But regardless, and that's why these pieces of shit on the left feel so emboldened to attack the right and put down the right and call them Nazis and incite violence against the right. They feel emboldened because they know the right isn't going to do shit, because the right are pacifists. That's why I keep telling you guys on the right, these evil motherfuckers, these demons, these humans that are demons or demons in human form like Hasan and Destiny, you should never take these people serious and give them an inch. These people should not have a microphone. They should not be on the internet. They should not be fucking spreading their garbage to everyone. They should be deplatformed. And they should be put in an institution and away from society, because nothing they say leads to a better humanity in any way. Nothing they say helps humans or the earth in any fucking way. And yet, here they are, having millions of followers and being prominent figures in the limelight. What kind of world is this where we're allowing this shit to happen? And again, I'm not saying that they should be killed or murdered or assassinated like Charlie Kirk, but these motherfuckers should not be platformed by anyone. Ever. These ideals, this leftist shit, the stuff they stand for, the things they believe, needs to die. The ideals need to die, not the people. I don't think Hasan should die, and I don't think Destiny should die, although I'm not going to say what I really want to say. But the ideals that they represent definitely need to die. They should not be entertained. They should not be taken serious. There should be no fucking debate with these people. There should be no talking. Just get the fuck out of here. You're a piece of shit. Nobody wants to hear what you got to say. That's what it should be. Period. So now let's talk about Cenk Uygur, the uncle to Hasan Piker. This man has for years been spreading, him and Anna on the Young Turks, they've been spreading all this shit about how much they hate the right and how evil the right is and blah, blah, blah. And now that this happened, they're like, whoa, we don't want that kind of smoke. Well, Anna's still kind of talking shit because she doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. But Cenk is, every time somebody tries to call him out and say, hey man, you've been inciting this shit for years, this dude's putting his hands up and he's like, no, don't try to put that on me. No. Motherfucker, you got a whole channel dedicated to inciting violence and evil against the right. And now you want to put your hands up and act innocent? Like you ain't doing shit? That's not how this shit works. You reap what you sow. Take ownership and take responsibility for what your side is doing. He tried to come back to the center after this election. He tried to be more moderate. He's trying to play the good guy card now because he could see where the shit was going. So that's one thing I'll give Cenk Uygur some credit for. He saw the light, but it's too fucking late. It's too late, motherfucker. You contributed massively to Charlie Kirk's death by all the shit you put out about the right and how evil they are. And people took you serious on that. And they've been taking action because of your words. The things that you've been saying and putting out there. And now you want to put your hands up and act like you got nothing to do with it? It's too late. The evidence is out there, man. The videos are out there. You can't hide what you've done. Like me, I take responsibility for what I say and do. If people use my videos, you can never take anything I say and turn it into violence. Even as, me cursing and saying all the shit I say, I'm not advocating for anybody to hurt anybody. I'm advocating for people to wake the fuck up and live a better human life. So I'm not worried about anything I say. So even 10 years, 20 years from now, I'm not worried about anybody pulling up my shit and saying, oh man, you said this back then. It doesn't matter. I'm never going to be wrong about anything I said. So it's never going to come back to bite me in the ass. But people like Cenk and Hasan and Destiny, all these people, well, Destiny doesn't even care, man. Destiny has no care about how people take his words. He doesn't give a fuck. That's how evil he is. He has no conscience, no remorse, no care. He's like, well, whatever. People can just think whatever they want about it. I'm still going to say the evil shit I'm going to say. That's how evil that piece of shit is. He doesn't even know what he's doing half the time. He does. That's the crazy part about it, but he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. It is what it is. So again, back to Cenk. It's too late, man. You put out all that shit and now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. So you get what you get. If people are throwing hate your way or they're angry with you, upset with you, and rightfully calling you out for the things you've said that have led to someone dying, that's on you, man. You got to own that shit and be like, yep, it's my fault. And you get what you get. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let's talk about Ilhan Omar and AOC. AOC, I want to make a whole video about AOC, so I'm not even going to touch too much on her in this video. I'll just say that she's one of the biggest pieces of shit in history. And she's a fake, phony bitch that presents herself as a woman of the people when she's really far from it. And she talks about she grew up where I grew up in New York. She did not grow up where I grew up. I promise you that. But that's what she tries to tell people. She's a fake bitch. She's not worth shit. But people believe her bullshit. People talking about, oh, she could be the next president. Who the fuck would vote for that? And that's another thing you guys need to wake up and realize. This really isn't a 50-50 split as much as they make you think. Those numbers are fake. They're inflated and they want you to think that this is down the middle. It's not. Most people are not leftists. Most people don't agree with this shit. But are there a lot of evil people out there? Hell yeah, there are. And you're seeing that right now with what happened with Charlie Kirk. But whatever. So now let's talk about Ilhan Omar. I'm going to show you what she said, and then I'm going to react to it. Probably, I might stop it halfway through. If not, I'll just let it play through. And she's basically saying, I'm just going to let you guys see it, and then I'll talk about it. So if you look on your screen, just watch this shit.
Chief Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel. Mike.
Harris, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar facing some significant fallout after making these harsh comments following the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
There is nothing more effed up, than to completely pretend that, his words and actions have not been recorded and in existence for.
Before I let her finish, I'm just going to point out how retarded this bitch is. First of all, she's laughing and like, it's been recorded that I'm a fucking retard. She's just trying, She thinks that she has a point. She has something to say. She's like, oh, Eureka, I got something here. I can put this out and no one's going to think I'm stupid. If you look at the bitch, you can tell she's stupid. You know how? What the fuck is she wearing on her head? What the fuck is that? You know what that is? That's a sign of your retarded fucking religion that has led to the oppression of the women where you come from or all around the world. That's what that shit is. The shit you got on your head, you can do whatever you want in your life. I'm not telling people that can't be religious. But don't try to tell me that that shit on your head isn't a representation of how women are oppressed by that fucking religion that you believe in. That retarded ass fucking religion that you follow. That's what that shit is. And you call yourself, how can you be a leftist who's supposed to be about women and women's rights when you're wearing something on your head that contradicts that? What you stand for, you're a walking contradiction. How the fuck does anybody take you serious? How the fuck did you get elected? That's why I tell you all this shit is fake. This politics and all this nonsense, these governments, these people, they're all fake. And she's sitting out here smiling and laughing about Charlie Kirk getting killed because he made some comments apparently that were so hateful that he had to die. That's her logic. But let her finish.
For the last decade, these people are full of and it's important for us to call them out.
Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn took offense, reacting on X, quote, Ilhan shows no remorse in slandering an honorable man who was brutally murdered in cold blood for the entire world to see. As many grieve the loss.
I'm not even going to play the rest of this. It's unnecessary. And my problem with all of this, and even this lady that's calling her out, what are you, like the angry parent that's scolding your daughter? Like, what is this nonsense? Like, oh, I can't believe Ilhan Omar would say something like that. She's reprehensible. Well, she's still in the fucking government and she still has a job. Why? Why is she still a representative of our country when she's the most unpatriotic, useless, walking contradiction, retarded, dumb piece of shit woman I've ever fucking seen besides AOC? AOC's the only one that's got her beat. But that bitch is wearing this thing on her fucking head that clearly represents that she's a walking contradiction. How the fuck do you believe in a fucking religion that oppresses you? That's a sign. That's like equivalent to slaves wearing fucking chains and talking about how proud they are to be a slave. That's what she has on her fucking head. And these are the people that you take serious? It's fucking ridiculous. But that's the world we live in. And like I said, I'm just telling you guys the fucking truth. If you don't like what I have to say, I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't care about being censored. I don't care about people don't like, if this is an issue for someone, too bad. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I've been holding back way too long. And if it gets to a point where, you know, I'm going to say worse shit than this, I'm just going to, which I probably am, I'm going to make videos on Patreon saying way worse shit than what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of things I want to say and I can't because I'm limited because of YouTube. But long story short, you shouldn't take any of these fucking people serious. So if this lady has such a problem with fucking Ilhan Omar saying the things that she's saying, then why the fuck is she working next to her every day in Congress or in the government or wherever the fuck these bitches work? She's a senator, right? So they all work in the same place in Washington, D.C. Why the fuck are they all working together hand in hand every day when this bitch is like this? This bitch should be ousted. Everyone in Congress should be like, or in the Senate or whatever, get this bitch out. She shouldn't be here. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and start nitpicking which branch has the ability and the authority and the power and all this nonsense. I don't give a fuck about that. This bitch should not be in the fucking government. None of these people, and I'm not talking about this lady. I'm talking about Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar should not be in the government. AOC shouldn't be in the government. Biden should have never been the president. All these things, this is why I don't take politics serious. This is why I don't believe in any of this nonsense, because it's all fake bullshit. So this performative shit that this lady's doing, the Senator Marsha, I can't believe she would say something. you should be able to believe it because she's been working with you for years and years, countless years in fucking Congress or in Washington, D.C. And you've seen all the other shit she said. So how the fuck are you surprised when she says this? Are you serious? Oh, wowzers. How could Ilhan Omar say something like this? Oh, I wonder. The bitch is a walking contradiction. How could she say something like this? It's a mystery. Anyways, I said enough. I think you guys get the fucking point. I have no reserves or reservations about anything I'm going to say going forward. And I'm going to deal with shit the way I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to be as real as I can fucking be. Until they get rid of me. Until they take me down, I'm going to say more shit. Way more shit. I'm going to be way more loose with my words. And if you don't like it, especially, I got a little message for people on BitChute. Because I've had a problem with that platform for years. If you don't like me on BitChute, stop fucking watching me. Unsub and get the fuck out. Because that's the platform that I really, really want to delete my account on there. I really want to delete my BitChute. Because I fucking hate that platform. And I hate everyone that's on there. With a passion. I hate you. If you're on BitChute and you watch me, I fucking hate you. And if you're a good person, which I don't know anybody good on BitChute, and you're watching me there, move over to YouTube or somewhere else and watch me there. Stop watching me on BitChute. Just stop. I'm still going to put my shit up there, but I'd rather people not watch me there. That's how I feel about BitChute. I fucking hate that platform. Not because of the platform, but because of the people that are there. They're the worst. They're demons. All the people on BitChute are fucking demons. But anyways, I've said enough. I think you guys get the point. If you like, comment, subscribe. Share where you can. Hit the notification bell. And subscribe to my Patreon because I promise you there will be a lot more content coming. I will be doing live streams soon. There's just so much shit going on right now. So many things I need to talk about. And I'm going to keep talking about this Charlie Kirk stuff until I am tired of talking about it. Because what happened with him is the basis for my whole entire channel. I'm trying to expose the evil of this world. And what happened to him is a perfect example of everything that I've been talking about since I started. It's the true evil that I've been talking about that you guys need to see. The news aren't going to tell you what the truth is. All these other social media platforms and influencers, they aren't going to tell you what the truth is. They're all fucking fake. I'm the only real one that's going to tell you the real truth. That's why I call myself the real truth. Because I'm the only one that's going to tell you that shit. No one else is. Everyone else is full of garbage. And I've watched everyone talk about this. And none of them are telling you what the fuck I'm saying. None of them. They're all fake. Anyways, again, if you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can. Hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.